Good morning, I'm Juanita, welcome back to the Knit Guru, and today we're going to talk about the Wairarapa Wool Weekend. Now, this has been coming up for me for quite some time, and it just kept getting better and better. And it should be noted that the last weekend has been cut short by trips to A&E, but not all of them for myself. So, you know, there are stories to be had. Anyway, so what is Wairarapa Wool Weekend, and how did I find out about it? So this is the first or inaugural Wairarapa Wool Weekend. It's a yarn event where it's organised by Joy of Yarn, James Herbison. So James Herbison, or Cousin James, as I call him, because we harken back to the same castle. He organised it. Now, part of it is, this is his hat design. This is the Te Hupanui beanie, which I'm still unsure how to style. Like, it's beautiful, it's lovely, but I don't know how to style it. It makes me look like I've got a swimming cap on. My hair's not beautiful, but you know, it's a very beautiful hat. So he brought out a whole stack of people from the Shetland Islands, and it's a combination of bringing together New Zealand yarn, and this is the Crochet, and the Shetland Islands, and I can't remember the name of the Shetland flower because I am brain fog. But this is the Shetland flower in here, and there's the Te Hupanui. It's like a koru or some sheep's horns, so you know, it's both of those things going on. He designed this hat as a kit that you will have seen in my Vlogmas, and all the hats and patterns for the hat that sold, proceeds went towards Hospice Wairarapa. Now, Hospice Wairarapa also had a stall at Wairarapa Wool Weekend, where they were selling a whole stack of donated yarns really cheaply. So I'm hoping that they made an absolute killing, because they're a really worthy cause and one that I will 100% get behind. Anyway, so I signed up for a whole stack of things for the Wool Weekend. I signed up for some crochet workshops. I signed up for a handkerchief workshop that used multiple strands of Shetland colour work and steeking and all the rest of it. But then James said, would I mind running the tuku panel workshop? And I'm like, yeah, I can do that, because I know how to do that. So I ran the tuku panel workshop. So this is a tuku panel. Well, this is a small one. The kit comes from Whatu Creative. So basically a tuku panel is a very traditional form of weaving within Māori culture, which is done by women to tell stories and pass on knowledge as part of the walls of the wharenui. These are contemporary kits. This one here was from their Tiriti line, which is very cool. And then we did a couple of others, and one of the things that I put together beforehand is, this is a tuku panel made with the leftover yarn from this one here, with a motif that's very similar to the flower here. However, it doesn't show up so well on the yarn on that colour, because I might actually unpick it and put it on the other side, because on the other side it looks really cool. Yeah, so I taught the tuku panel workshop. It was a lot of fun, and then I was supposed to go to a crochet workshop, having missed my handkerchief workshop, but it's fine, it's fine. There'll be another Wool Weekend in 2 years, and I will go to that one, because I got a phone call from my dad, and I had to pick up my dad from one A&E and take him over to another hospital for some plastic surgery, because he got mauled by a dog. This here has nothing to do with either of those things. This is last night when I came home from work and started cooking dinner and stabbed myself with a sharp knife. Good times. So, as part of Wairarapa Wool Weekend, we get a goodie bag. What's in my goodie bag? Everybody always wants to know. We've had some shocking goodie bags on this channel, and we've had some great goodie bags. This is one of my favourite goodie bags. There were a whole stack of flyers and things, and most of the vendors at the event, they were all invited guests. So most of them had like a little raffle ticket where you could go along, talk to them, and claim your prize. I did claim a prize from one of them. I got candy. And I haven't eaten that, actually. So what have we got in here? So Miss Maud, which is a really lovely, mostly sewing, but they do have other crafts in Greytown. They do have yarn. I've bought yarn from there. I bought the Leica needles from there. They popped this one in, and I haven't actually opened this, but I'm about to spill it everywhere. So Miss Maud has given us a a discount code that's valid until the 30th of April, which is exciting. And also in this pack, we have got, I don't want to spill everything because I hadn't actually checked. We've got 4 of the round stitch markers, which are very beautiful. I do like the pinky rose goldy ones. We've got a hat tag that says handmade in a pinky colour, and we have got a shell button. So those are all very beautiful things in this wee baggie. Will I use my wee discount? I probably will. Then we've got this notebook here. Now this notebook here, it says Celebrate Creativity, and it's got a goat on it and Hector's dolphin, and it says on the inside, made with a mix of recycled resources, controlled materials, blah 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 blah, forests are forever book. So someone's gone through and put them together. It says handcrafted but for you by the Kindly Dyer. Now I love the Kindly Dyer. I used her sock yarn when I did the first Stephen West mystery sock along. I've used her yarn for a couple of things, but she only does natural dyeing. So she also had a workshop there, but I didn't get to her workshop because I was teaching mine. We have a gala apple. Now the reason why we've got a gala apple is that Greytown is the home of gala apples. That's where they originated them from. They've been bred specifically there so that they're crunchy and they're red and they're beautiful. So the gala dinner was a celebration of the gala apple as well as everything else. So we've got yarn card. We have got a magnifying ruler that says Wairarapa Wool Weekend. And can I magnify things? I don't know, but people were liking the magnifying ruler, but the number one request was, could it be bigger? This notebook, I do enjoy this notebook, Wairarapa Wool Weekend, with the dates. It's got a pen attached on the side. Will I be adding it to my list of free pens and how I think they go? Probably. What colour is this pen is the real question, because if it's a black pen, that would be great. It's blue, because the vast majority of free pens these days seem to be blue ink. But again, I suppose blue does make sense because the book is blue. The book is quite beautiful. It's lovely. I would use it for things. I didn't end up using it on the weekend. We also have here, opening it up, the Wairarapa Wool Weekend shot glass, which I haven't used. I will pop it back into my bubble wrap, and when the house is finished, that can go on display there. And then we've got an advertisement for the Unwind Yarn Retreat in Dunedin next year. And we've got a Joy of Yarn, which is James, who organised the whole thing, his company, named after his mother. And it's a tape measure that retracts. So those are always handy. So that's, and then there's the shopping bag that it all came in. And this is a really nice bag. I will be using it a lot. It's quite a deep jute bag, I think it is. Then let's talk about the things I purchased at Wairarapa Wool Weekend. Did I need to purchase things? I did not need to purchase things. Now this first thing is not yarn. I'm going to bundle this up because I am afraid of breaking it until I get situated. So here we have a ceramic mug. This is made by I can't remember who. She was only there for the one day, so on my way out to A&E, I stopped. I was like, buy me that cup. So I bought this cup. It's got some button motifs. It's got a knitted texture all over it. It's quite beautiful. I went with a pink and a blue. There were other colours, but of all the colours together, they were the ones that I liked the most. So I now have a yarn mug, and I will get that wrapped back up again and store it with my shot glass until I'm ready to use it. Which is going to be, hopefully, the council will come back and say, you're good to go, you can start building, and then that would be great. Because we're at that point where we're just waiting, and everybody's on hold. And the longer we're on hold, the more Juanita gets nervous. I know, you're thinking, Juanita, a panicker? Surely, not her. She's so put together. She's so together. Anyway, so what am I going to do in my house? I will be displaying my tuku panels. I will be thoroughly looking forward to making more knit and crochet homewares, because kitsch and colourful is what I want. What else did I buy? Everything else is yarn. Yarn that I do not need. Now, the first one I got is from Broomstitch, hand-dyed in New Zealand. This is a hereditary sock fingering. Hereditary sock fingering, hand-dyed in New Zealand. 80% merino and 20% nylon. It's called Metamorphosis. And I just thought that these colours were stunning. I have half a plan, and I will tell you what my half a plan is. I'll try and remember to link Broomstitch down the bottom, because she has some beautiful, beautiful yarns. The next thing I bought, which, you know, I didn't need to buy, but I needed to buy, this was from Earth Yarns. Now, I do have, I think I've got a sock yarn from them anyway, but I saw this and it was calling my name. And I had the same thought as that one there, but yeah, so this here is just extra fine merino fingering weight. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I couldn't leave it alone by itself. You can see I've got a problem when it comes to rainbow yarns. Yeah, but the main thing I purchased was from this company, which is Rewa Station, or Rewa Station. I've got to check which one it is. Now, this is out at Tanui, so this is literally the middle of nowhere. And what they do is they have their own yarn mill. So there's some of their little sheepies and stuff like that. When you buy their fleece, it's been washed and carded, and it's named by the sheep rather than being named by a colorway or something like that. So I saw this one, which is a natural dyed DK weight yarn. I really wanted to buy something from these guys in particular. So this was the most orange thing they had by the time I got there, because again, I had to go back on the very last day and purchase yarn, because the rest of the time I was at A&E. And then the other thing I got was 2 balls of this. This is the natural black. It's Gotland lamb. We know how I feel about lamb's wool. It's very, very soft. Sheep tag 3003. Suggested needle size is 3 to 4 millimeters. Wraps per inch 15, and I got 2 balls of that. Because I thought that what I can do with this is I can pair this up with this and make some more of those stained glass window socks. Or I could pair it up with this. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I just really wanted to buy it. It's basically me in a nutshell, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. And what else is in here? I've got a business card from the Yarn Queen. She had the Earth Yarns, the raffle ticket that I didn't get put in, my wallet that I don't want to lose, and my 2 candies that I won. So, what was my overall feeling about the Wairarapa Wool Weekend? I actually thought it was stunning. It was lovely. I had a good time. Next time, I said that I'm going to take the whole 4 days off work and just volunteer and help run stuff, because that's what I enjoy doing, is being the centre of attention. No, I enjoy helping out, which is my big thing. So I'm quite happy to do that next time, because I think it was just brilliant. Next time it's going to be held in a different town, because the plan is to hold it in one of the different Wairarapa towns and have a different group that come over to share their knitting heritage, and we share our knitting heritage and our yarn industry and all that kind of stuff. So that's the plan. I thoroughly enjoyed the social spaces. There were a couple of nights at a cafe / restaurant that opened up specially for the knitters and crocheters, and we all sat around having dinner and knitting and crocheting. Yeah, and I had a thoroughly good time. The venue was Cobblestones Museum, and that had also fantastic spaces for knitting and crocheting. The weather was beautiful. It was sunny but not too hot, so we got to sit around and knit and crochet and meet new people, which, you know, you can't complain with that. Anyway, that was Wairarapa Wool Weekend. 10 out of 10 experience. Next time it comes up, thoroughly recommend. I was amazed as the number of people that had found out about it and had travelled from all over. There were people from Australia, there were people from the UK, there were people from all over New Zealand, and this is just the first time this event is run, so that was just really lovely. So thank you, James, for organising it, and next time it comes up, I'll just make sure you all know about it. All right, I will catch you next week. Bye.